Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol PTX. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support or resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. Very nice uptrend the past several days on this one. So just want to map out a couple levels of support and then, talk about some potential battlegrounds in the future. So really the easiest way to kind of summarize what's been going on is, let me scrunch this up a little bit, is with the trend line right here. Now, if you're not a big fan of trend lines, that's fine. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable, but that trend line does a fantastic job of illustrating how ever since the price bottomed out here back in late June, late May, the price has, slowly been drifting upwards. Sure, there's been some pretty big pullbacks, but as long as those pullbacks keep on building higher bases, and how do you know if they're building higher bases? Well, just keep an eye on that orange line there. The trend line is going to tell you whether or not the price is, putting in new lows or building higher bases. But as far as, as long as the price is building in those higher bases, or in other words, staying above that orange trend line or whatever color trend line you use, then yeah, from the grand scheme of things, the bulls are in full control. Obviously, if you're some short-term day trader, you're not going to care about this overall trend line. But I'm definitely making these statements from the perspective of somebody that does care about the big picture of things. So as far as overall supports are concerned, that trend line there does a good job of that. If you prefer to use moving averages, then you could use the purple line there, which is the 50-period simple moving average. Again, just one of those, whatever floats your boat. Ideally speaking, hey, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest going forward? If the price can stay up above this point right here at 455, that would definitely be the biggest sign of power. But don't get me wrong, if the price falls below it, by no means am I saying the entire chart's ruined or anything like that, for the very reason we already discussed about how the overall trend is still in the upwards direction. Now, what about areas of resistance? Where are some potential battlegrounds at? So for this, going to have to scrunch up the chart here a little bit. I realize it's going to get hard to see, but good problem to have when you have to go back this far into a chart's history. And the key point right now, I'm not sure if that's where the price hit today, but if it did, it would make total sense. Right up here at, it did, 475 makes total sense. Why do I say it makes total sense? Well, you go back through the history of the chart, you can see 475 is quite a bit of a history in regards to knocking down the price. And once again, knock down the price. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's impossible to break through 475. I'm just saying it makes sense why the price is struggling up there. And, from a storybook perspective, it's telling us that apparently the bulls are really going to need to bring their A game if they're going to be able to fight above that level and stay above it. But all in all, nice looking chart, nice uptrend. And as long as the price keeps on building those higher bases, that's the name of the game. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.